Welcome to episode 7 of Concise Game Reviews. I'm your host, Rallycar Delta, and today's subject matter is Cyberpunk 2077. I also need to be specific that this review is based on patch 1.6. I feel it is important to make that distinction because current views of the game can differ greatly from the original launch version. This review is all about the state of the game today, that being October 2nd, 2022. Please note that my review is based on the Xbox Series X version of the game. Cyberpunk 2077 is also available on the PC, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. Additionally, as of writing this review, developer CD Projekt Red announced that all future content will be released on PC, Xbox Series, and PlayStation 5 only. If you are playing on an Xbox One or PlayStation 4, this is the last content patch for those systems. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. My expectations were relatively neutral. I didn't pick up Cyberpunk and immediately compare it with anything else. I'm more or less judging it for what I see in front of me, and not against the backdrop of a previous title. One of the most important aspects of any real-time first-person shooter RPG is going to be the world that surrounds the player, and this is where Cyberpunk shines the brightest. Despite numerous technical issues at launch, by the time I picked up the game, most of the glaring issues had been patched out. From the neon skyscrapers to the dimly lit underpasses, Night City, the game's primary location, makes quite the impression. I am constantly impressed by the attention to detail that CD Projekt Red applied to so many aspects of this game. I also want to say that the technical animation work and interactions with the player character help elevate the experience to the next level, so to speak. Cyberpunk 2077 does an A-plus job of making the player truly feel like they are acting as their character, especially considering the first-person nature of the game. The mechanics of the gameplay vary greatly, depending on how you, the player, want to tailor your experience. Given the RPG nature of the game, Cyberpunk 2077 can simply hum along as a first-person shooter, albeit with a lot of equipment and stat management. It is a role-playing game after all. Alternatively, the player can choose to progress through the game via other mechanics, such as stealth or hacking. Cyberpunk throws a lot of RPG mechanics at the player, and at times it feels like the game could have benefited from a bit of cleanup or streamlining. The first-person shooting, which the game often uses to progress certain story elements, is serviceable at best. This isn't Call of Duty. The game never feels amazing as a first-person shooter, but it gets the job done. As for the other systems, like hacking for example, they do provide the player with a sandbox in which they can explore different strategies. I never felt like I was constrained to one system, though like many RPGs, certain actions will often benefit the player more than others. Overall, I found Cyberpunk 2077 to be an immersive first-person RPG experience. The world that CD Projekt Red has crafted truly feels and plays like a future tech cyberpunk dystopia. I full-heartedly recommend Cyberpunk 2077, and I think you should check it out. This is Rallycar Delta, signing out.